bases have been going at it early from the tailgate to the end zones, and you got to think this will be a little contentious. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And he's coming out of the end zone. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Auburn's offense will come out first. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
What a great way to start this game, and one of the reasons this defense has been one of the most dominant units all season long, they can get pressure on the quarterback with guys like that. They've got better athletes than you've got up front, and you saw it early in this game today.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Back to pass, it's Newton. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback there. He had his receiver running a crossing route, but the QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window. He did that right there.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here comes the heat. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Looking to throw again. Trying to set up the screen. He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the first down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. The LSU Tigers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC championship.
Breaks into the open. And they've got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of work.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess. Reese, exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things. It makes... Come up and use my eyes and play run, and these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
The Tigers moving quickly to the line. Tries again to get it in. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
3rd and goal, the offense still trying to run the football here, and how about the individual effort up front by this defender, getting penetration and now setting up 4th down.
Using his legs, it's Watkins. He's stopped on 4th and goal right at the line of scrimmage, and they'll take over at the 4. So here comes the Auburn offense. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Washington. Has plenty for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 28.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Dropping back, it's Newton. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic guys that get after the quarterback. LSU, they typically have a lot of those guys. That's a really fun thing to have when you're a defensive coordinator.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Pulls it in. It's Washington. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They make with the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. It's caught downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. They'll move the wide receiver. The RPO, it's complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Now on second down. Motion from the back. Back to pass. Takes the easy completion. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Tigers line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quarterback adapting. Turning it on. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Marking at the 17, and they are set up.
And that's the money down, man. Fourth down, you just have to have it somehow, some way. You're calling the pass play. You're trying to get it through the air. Nothing open downfield. And he just takes over. He just tucks the ball and runs, goes and gets it. Great job, great decision-making by the quarterback on that play.
Sometimes it's not about fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to them, let them break tackles, let them make plays. Easy decision.
And the Tigers headed quickly to the line. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they strike first.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Houston is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Colorado. for now, it's back to you fellas. But, of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
Finds the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Dropping back, it's Newton. Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Didn't get much done on that line. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake. Makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun. Wants to pass. Fires left. Finds his man. It's Turner. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Phillips. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to throw. It's Newton. Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And you really want to pay this drive off. This is a nice drive by this offense. Got to keep it going. Got to keep the foot on the gas. Obviously, trailing with a chance to tie this football game going into the half.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down. And I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations. And you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time. So you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. Catch in the middle. It's Barber. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. Boy, this just hasn't been their year. All of the aspirations starting the season in the top 5, but there's always someone that seems to bottom out against those big expectations.
No question, Reese, and what's so disappointing, especially looking at this team's offense, is they're just not making the plays. They've got the guys on paper that look like they could be All-Americans. They have guys that can change the course of games. And that's why coming into this season, they were given that top 5 ranking. But on the field, in games, they simply, for whatever reason, have not been...
Trickery and deception. They snap it to the up man. And the roll of the dice turns up in their favor as they pick up the first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab on the back. There he goes. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Got a man, it's Hubbard. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
LSU right back to the line. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Trying to get it to the marker. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Working that left side now. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers!
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole 1st half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
Turning on the Jets. Past the 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Auburn! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
Here he comes with the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Always is when these two get together, and a fun first half between these rivals. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Tigers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just run positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
The hand to the running back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
On third down, he drops to throw. Quickly to the tight end. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. LSU quick to the line. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And this offense, that's what they do. Last week he had 2 rushing touchdowns. They're going to feature him. They're going to get physical, especially inside the 5-yard line. You're going to feed this guy the football. This offense has had success in the past giving him the ball.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. Trying to pound it in. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the gun, the running back has it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that
quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Hunt is on its way. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. If I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
Trying play action. Fires to the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered. Looking for more room. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers!
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Houston is just getting blown off the field right now in H-Town, and at this rate, I'm not sure this won't get worse. They're trailing by 21 to Colorado. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Going right to work up top. Lost one deep down the right side. He's got it up the 20. Touchdown, LSU! He got it loose, and it was lights out after that.
Now, a lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him, and the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
And and it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. To the air, it's Newton. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Hauls it in. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Pocket breaking down. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Here's the return. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt.
Makes the grab at the 30. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of the game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
That's a really nice job holding that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field, and that's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all three levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Here's the heat. Fires on the move. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal.
Let's go! Let's go!
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, LSU! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And they get the extra point with a little bit of adventure off the left upright, but it's good. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And, man, this offense just searching for some way to climb back and get back into this game. They're down by 1,000, and it's not looking good. And you can't even protect your quarterback on third down. Like, everything going the other direction.
He's got great speed. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. Always quick to make the move, and he's out to the 39.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Quarterback extends the play. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looking downfield, it's Newton. Pressure coming. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
Well, no mystery on that play call, right? You got the lead late in the game. You've gotten the ball back on the other side of the 50 on your opponent's side, and so you're just going to run it. And it's fine if they know that. You just want to stay on the field and bleed this clock, and you got to start thinking about where are your best run-it runs.
Turning it on! Touchdown, Tigers! And the punishment has been extended. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. They've extended extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here comes the Auburn offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage and getting running.
Wide open spaces. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Touchdown, Auburn! The offense cashing it in on that drive. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
And the extra point was good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Give to the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Motion from the wideout. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Now the play fake. Makes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They've moved it into scoring territory. 1st and 10 from the 11.
Here we go. Set.
Motion from the wide receiver. Grab behind the line. It's Hubbard. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Brings up 2nd down.
second down, he'll throw it. Zings it complete to the right. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the...
Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And the route is on. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They had got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And they had the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Fielded in the end zone. It's Harris. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here and late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run play action. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and make...
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining. Auburn sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you could just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, LSU.
After this, it'll be a wrap.
Come on, set.
Tosses to the quarterback. And that will be in the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it.